Hey everyone, the Dark Knaik is here. Netflix The House is an anthology film about three stories that centers around the house. Presented in stop motion animation, the stories reflect on human elements that tries to survive or play games on the others to invade your space. So far, we have usually observed that stop motion animation is used for humor and entertainment, but no one tries to use this stop motion animation for dark, psychological, and horror elements like The House. So I appreciate the makers for experimenting this. There is your despairing corner of childhood that is stored somewhere in this film. Some pics of episodic agitation of your loneliness that you can watch in one of the stories. A part of privacy that is invaded and irritates you. Your complaints and your angst that keeps building the nerve, but you tolerate until it becomes intolerable. You somehow see yourself in one of the three stories and compels you to think about the ugliness of the greed and individual negative energy. The observer can come up with many theories from these stories. The first part was more consortium of brainwashing that resulted in punishment and abandoned their children. I think some magic spell befooled them, and their children at a tender age were lost to survive on their own. The second part was my favorite, and I like the developer's frustration that built in time after those unexpected guests had no plan to leave the house at all. The conclusion of the story pressed an unwanted truth that people who are not like you drive you insane and transform you. You become like them. It was a sorry ending, but very thoughtful and equally disturbing. The third and final story can be observed from many angles. One was Rosa's stubbornness and will to survive on her own in the house and believe that she was right to stay in the house after the disaster. Rosa was the only one who was serious about making money when there was no hope left, while the other tenants had understood that the house is sinking at any time, so live it on your own, whatever is left. And then the key factor was Cosmos, the one who made Rosa's survival certain. Should you listen to someone to whom you do not wish to speak, to whom you are not interested to communicate? Should you let go of your childhood home in a natural disaster situation? There are anthology films in which the stories fail to give any meaning, but The House is murky and embezzles your mood and emotions to think, what if you are a part of some invasion? What if there is no escape? The dancing parasites in the film are a marvelous exaggeration of your repeated failure. The thing that needs to leave mocking at you. The house is like a root canal. With the horror elements, the film agonizes your assumptions. I am Sunny Naik.